Welcome to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I'm your host, Fabian motherfucking Ojeda, and I don't know shit, but that's okay.
All right. Let's get this shit started. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Hope you all enjoyed episode number 69. 69. I don't even know. At this point, I'm going to be honest. We're recording out of order. I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm sure it was a good one, right? But
absolutely.
It had to be, right?
I might have remembered it. It was pretty good.
Speaking of 69, the star of last time's shit show, welcome back, Alfred Whitey Villarino.
All right. Hey.
I'm dead sexy.
Where's your popsicle?
I left it at the other computer.
Let us.
Welcome back the resident liberal lover, Isaac Potter Shapiro Chavez.
What's going on, everybody?
And fresh from India, doing a peace tour for us, trying to get our fans back because we insulted them, and we actually have lost quite a few Indian fans.
Thank you for coming.
Rafa Sosa Centeno, Bashir.
Patel, better.
Whatever. I mean,
Bashir.
You know, who gives a fuck? They're not even listening anymore. So.
Hey, man. Hey, my followers are out there. Okay, I don't appreciate you talking shit about them.
I mean,
Yeah, pulled from another website.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. It must have been us making fun of their shit vaccine methods, but we lost a lot of listeners in India.
To be fair, they lost quite a few people.
That might be it.
So, I mean,
Oh man, you're gonna put the booze over that one.
pretty fucked up, but I'm just stating facts. Like,
Holy shit.
a lot of people. Vaccines, people.
Oh
Get
my
your
God.
fucking vaccines.
The cow dung must have done it.
Oh, goddamn.
You know what though? I mean, they pop up a few, million every couple hours, so I'm sure they'll be listening again,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's the circle of life, the Hakuna Matata of everything. But that would make sense if we lost a lot of Indian people in general in this world. Then we've lost them as listeners. But it's all right because our YouTube has kind of picked up. Every time we have a shit show, people go back and listen to the shit show either on YouTube, on Spotify, and we have a couple of videos on YouTube that have actually gone. Not the shit show, but unfortunately, but there's a couple of videos that have gone, to a few thousand. So I think our highest rated YouTube video, which is weird because we used to just get like 5 plays, and it's fucking YouTube. I don't promote the YouTube. But there's one that is at about 18K right now, which is good. Yeah.
Wait, time out. You're actually putting my this recording on YouTube so people can see my ugly fucking face.
No video. I can if you'd like. But
No, we're good. We don't need to do that. It's okay.
people listen on YouTube, but yeah, the highest what do you call it, views or whatever on YouTube plays is about 18K, and it's an odd one. It's the episode with Roy and Astro Monica doing the sex files, aka Who Got Laid.
Hey,
I think the title had a lot to do with it, and so the horny people on YouTube, especially the Indian people, trying to look up, fucking Bajin and Bob, looking to try to see free Bob. They probably found that episode first and listened to the shit out of it.
They probably didn't hear anybody get laid.
No, I mean, we built it up pretty well, but I think the reveal was like a little bit lackluster there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was still an interesting show. I like Roy. Roy's a good dude.
He's always funny. But the other one that has like, I want to say like 4,000 plays or something like that, and every day is getting more, is the Pornhub one. So I think we gotta label every episode with something sexy.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna call this one? Whitey does what?
COVID? I don't know. Whitey does COVID. That sounds like a horrible porn.
Ugh.
Whitey's multicolored ass hair.
I think ass hair might do it.
It's actually Neapolitan colored. Thank you very much.
Oh God. We're moving away from that. I know you guys probably haven't caught up with a lot of the episodes, but anybody happen to catch any of the more recent ones, especially with the former pro wrestler there, Barry Horowitz?
Yeah, that was a cool interview. I still hope he sends you one of those little dolls.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm trying
Barry to get on that.
Trying to get some more pro wrestlers on there. I want to talk to them, pull the curtain back, see what's going on back behind the like in the 80s and shit, how they had to fucking live in cars and eat potatoes and shit while they get paid like $20 to wrestle. But we'll see. For this shit show, I want to start it off hot. I want to throw something in there that actually, I think Potter, you made us aware of this one recently. And for purposes of not getting sued, we'll make names up here. So we all grew up in the city of, we'll call it Smelmonte. We went to we'll call it Fountain View High School. Right?
Yeah.
And I still can't believe, people are so stupid on Zoom, right? This fucking thing lets you know when it's recording, right?
Now it does.
Yeah. But, there was like some sort of conversation.
I should put some underwear on and some pants on.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, Whitey.
Dude, as long as you're not beating it like that reporter that got caught beating it in that Zoom meeting, I think you're all right.
Wait, so it's okay to be naked on camera just as long as I'm not doing fun stuff to myself?
That's why his camera is facing upwards.
Yeah. You can do fun stuff to yourself, Whitey. Nobody should be able to see it.
No, I think that's the new craze, though. Isn't that OnlyFans? Isn't that the whole... I'm so confused, dude. Never mind. Let's move on.
Your OnlyFans went bankrupt, Whitey. Nobody wanted to watch it after a while.
It got weird.
The O in OnlyFans is just a 0.
Yeah, you got to go get in there, make your money, and get out. But anyway, at our lovely old alma mater of, we'll call it Fountain View High School, there was a teacher talking shit on Zoom, about all kinds of things like pay and fucking the union and shit like that. But then he started to get weird. He started talking about former students' tits and calling them midgets or elves or something like that. And I think we all know him. He was there when we were in high school. Did you guys catch that?
I don't remember him, man.
I had him as a teacher.
Yeah.
Did he ever touch you?
No.
Huh?
Thank God.
Did he come off as weird?
He would like
weirdo.
insult you. Like he would like get back at you and like, or make fun of you. Like nothing too harsh, but just
what class did he teach?
Like science?
Yeah, it was like second year science classes mostly.
Wait, I feel like because we're not saying names, is it the same guy who's been in trouble?
Just rhyme it.
Mr. Giannuals?
No,
that guy's in jail, I think.
Yeah, that guy's in. I think he's in jail.
I think that guy's in jail for touching kids.
Yeah, he already diddled the kids and he's in jail.
Yeah.
But no, this is that science department was out of control.
Yeah, because I thought that name was like Voldemort or whatever. Now,
so this guy was known by one initial, and I could say it. He was known as Mr. B. Yeah,
pretty much narrows it down.
and he looked like Dale Gribble a little bit.
I think he smoked.
That's funny.
So I think it helps.
Yeah, so that guy was talking all kinds of shit and was caught on Zoom. I don't know what came of it. Do you know, Potter? Was there any follow up to that?
No, man. I barely saw it. Like in a post on Instagram, it was like a link to a link, and like I barely caught him saying something about like, oh yeah, that chick had like a nice rack or something like that. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Potter?
Wow, that's very inappropriate.
Did it make you reminisce about the times that he would caress you in class?
You never touched fucking anybody in class.
Whispered sweet nothings in your ear.
I'm saying, are you
Thought
jealous?
you were his favorite student.
No, I'm not fucking jealous.
Go with it. Just go with it.
That he didn't make you feel that way.
Are you secretly jealous, Fabian?
No, I mean, I
think
I
the
have
audience wants to know on Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever podcasts are available.
I think we all want to know. All of us.
I remember in high school having a teacher's fan club, which I could get away with anything I wanted to because I was a good wrestler and played guitar.
And it was also very humble.
No, I was
very.
I was a great wrestler. I mean, I could have said that. But Potter, weren't you in that class where I didn't do shit and I just played guitar all the time?
Oh,
In an accounting class, was that you?
Count? No.
Somebody
I don't
was
think
in
I
that
had
class with
accounting.
me. I don't know,
I think I had freshman science with you with Miss Hines.
but
You had your name chip in the back of your head then.
yeah, that was interesting. No,
I remember that. I remember that clearly.
but back to this teacher. So I think he got in. I think he got in trouble. From what I understand, he might have, been the last week of summer school. I think he might have been kicked out or something like that. Now he was talking to another teacher online when he got caught on the phone, and he mentioned the teacher's name, first name, and this guy is actually a sports coach. And a giant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah, basically. And so I'm wondering if he's going to get any sort of any sort of trouble for that because I mean, you can't hear him say anything, right? But the two were obviously okay talking about, students in a vulgar manner. So I'm wondering if that's something that he would be in trouble for. What do you guys think? Would that be something that would be fair, or I mean, should he just kind of like slide by on that?
I mean, dude, talking about, and I'm quoting here, these are not, don't take it out of context. He's mentioned someone's rack, right?
Mm.
I remember that little snippet. You're talking about underage girls, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think let's ask ourselves this question:
That's disgusting.
Would we talk about that amongst ourselves as much shit as we talk with each other and stuff?
No.
Like, would we go about talking about shit?
No,
like that
absolutely not.
No,
Never have.
That's not fucking right, man.
Not underage, no.
Dude, I work with kids. I've worked with fucking high school kids for a good, amount of years, right? Everybody listening out there, all of your children are ugly to me. They're hideous. and
they're special to you, but they're fucking hideous.
I mean, they might, they might be good-looking children, but I won't know that because I don't look at them that way. I look at them as students, right? So to me, automatically, they're all hideous people that I have no interest in, other than to, help them academically and whatnot. And I don't mean to beat their self-esteem by calling them ugly, but that's how I look at it. You have to separate, what you're doing as a profession, right, from your fucking lust and fucking hungry eyes. I just think that's for people that have been in education. They've been in education. Those two specifically, for must be over 30 years, right?
Wait, time out. What did Arnold say?
He was just on the phone with the guy, right?
Oh,
so you can't hear. So what it is the guy, the teacher making all the vulgar comments.
Mr. G.
Yeah, we'll just say any initial. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying all kinds of shit, and he says the other guy's first name, right?
Oh.
And so you're to assume you know who it is, but I think that's a tricky situation there because you have at that point it's just an assumption. It could have just been another guy, or another random guy,
Yeah. Like you can't definitively prove who the fuck he was on the other the line with.
You can't, but at the same time, just from a perspective of the community, they got to know they know who it is. You know what I'm saying? And
knowing and proving something are two different things, though.
Right. So I'm saying he might not face any repercussions, but what I'm saying is that if it were me and they knew that it was me listening and having this conversation and, you know, playing along with it, I would be fucking embarrassed to go back to work. You know, like I would be like, fuck, these people are gonna, you know, think I'm some sort of fucking pedophile or whatever, which they should rightfully, because what kind of a grown fucking man has that conversation?
Dude, those guys have been teaching since like the 80s or 90s.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They've been teaching 30, 40 years, man.
Fucking weird, man.
Mm-hmm. So all the fucking, can you imagine all the generations where they get their fucking jollies just, you know, because I think one of the comments he made too was like, oh, let me get all those old pictures of the field trips or whatever, and he starts giggling.
Whoa, I did not catch that one.
Yeah. So like I think, and it was reading through comments and stuff like that, and the girl that they were talking about was actually in the comments saying like, oh, I can't believe this fucking grown ass man's talking about me. You know, and she said I thought it was weird that he would always invite me to the field trips, even when I wasn't in his class.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Wow.
you know, so I'm really bothered by a lot of that. I think, you know, because it's at our old high school, because it's in our city, it's like, fuck, man, like, stop. You know, this is a general comment to all fucking educators. Stop fucking kids. Like, just do it. You know, stop it.
Just do it.
Or just don't do it. Don't do it would be better.
I don't understand that, but yeah. Anybody else want to chime in on that? I'm a little heated here. I'm gonna go punch a cat.
No, it's just pretty fucked up. What else can you say? Like, this kind of leaves you with a sour taste in your mouth.
Who left you with the sour taste in your mouth in high school, Eddie?
Oh my god, you're terrible, man.
It's okay. I'm gonna open up those old wounds.
It's therapy right now, Whitey.
You'll be all right.
Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be all right.
You know, but it's funny because people would talk shit about, you know, weirdos who kind of looked like they were weirdos, right? Namely somebody, and I don't mind mentioning his name. We mentioned before, but I don't think he really actually did anything. People might have said things, but somebody like Goodyear, right, who kept clean, right?
Yeah.
Like people would talk shit about him, you know, but all the quote unquote normal looking people, right, who kind of just mix in the background and you know, you assume that they're there for you, they're there to be good teachers. They're fucking snakes, man.
Yep. Well, goes to show you, like, who can you trust these days, man?
Well, I know Sosa wanted to be the victim of a snake in high school. I'm not going to mention any names there either, but it was a teacher who was very.
Hey, man, I had an in, okay? Like, yeah, I will stay after class, Miss Blank.
Do you
Rhymes with nah.
well, actually, rhymes with Sosa.
Hey, if you're listening out there, what's up?
But I mean, that's kind of the double standard too, though. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it though? I mean,
Yeah.
You're a kid. You're gonna have urges, whether you're male or female. As the adult, it's your job to say, "Hey, cut that shit out."
Yeah, knock it the fuck off. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that certain we'll call her Ms. Sosa actually did try to diddle you, right? You would look at that more these days, kind of like a win or like a fucking like traumatic experience.
Personally, I would have totally seen it as a win back then. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right. And so I'm like, listening, it's so weird how we look at that. You know, it's kind of like that South Park episode, right?
Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah.
Potter quoted it all the time. What was the line when the cops were investigating?
Nice.
Nice.
All right. What was the teacher's name? How old was he? Well, it was a woman, and she's 25, blonde. Nice.
Nice.
You know, Potter, that, but this got me thinking with all the damn the teachers that are diddlers, right? Not to take away from the seriousness of it, but now I can see why, you know, all you Shapiro people are always trying to fight all the pedophiles. They're everywhere.
They're making more and more legal way to become more socially acceptable.
You notice though, that's like the first thing that like the right always jumps to is like when there's an issue with anything, it's like, but what about the pedophiles?
What was it was just last year. They passed the law saying they like lowered the crime for sodomy of an adult into a minor from like
I think I remember what you're talking about, but that was more like for like gay teenagers.
Wait, you're gonna have to explain that one to me.
Isaac, go ahead. I defer to you.
Pass.
Someone in the California government put a law forth, and they got it passed, and it brought down it from being like, I don't know if it was like a felony or a misdemeanor for somebody over 20 to sodomite someone under 18.
To sodomite.
They lowered it so that way it's of a less offense.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that. I mean, but what was the argument for it?
Okay, so just a quick fucking Google search. Yeah, so take it with a grain of salt. But according to USA Today, California SB 145 eliminates an inequality in sex offender registration. The claim California passed, quote, pro-pedophilia legislation to remove the felony status of sex with minors. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So this misinformation is the latest in a series of attacks on the legislation and the lawmakers who introduced it by right-wing conspiracy theorists known as QAnon. Dun, dun, dun.
Potter smiled at that one.
Yeah, he did.
No,
I don't know.
didn't.
I don't know.
Oh, there was some,
I don't know.
there was some pride in those eyes right there.
Let's see. SB 145 changes the law to allow judges the same level of discretion over whether certain people must register as sex offenders or consensual anal and oral sex as they already have for consensual penile vaginal sex. So, like before this was passed, I think, take it with my monkey brain because I'm not a lawyer. Like if like your girlfriend was underage and you were under a certain age, let's say, I don't know, 23, and she happened to be 17, but you guys knew each other in high school and you were banging her in the vajayjay, like you didn't have to register as a sex offender. However, if you were gay and you were banging your boyfriend in the booty hole, you had to register as a sex offender and therefore ruining your life forever. What SB 145 did was like, now it's up to the judge's discretion to whether you're gonna register as a sex offender or not.
Yeah, I think it was a felony if you're with. It depends on the state, but I think it was in California. It was within like 3 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Then it was a misdemeanor. If it was beyond 3 years, I believe it was a felony. But that was for consensual standard straight sex or whatever.
Yeah.
And if it was the same thing for sodomy or whatever, then why change it? I don't know if it was. I'm speaking to fucking correlate it to the story. I'm speaking out of my ass here, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But Yeah, I don't think that they should be fixing those kind of things to benefit any fucking predators, man. I get it. If you were in high school and let's say you were fucking 18, with a 14-year-old, a little bit of a gap, but
But what about like an 18 with a 19-year-old? Or, I mean, excuse me, a 17 with an 18-year-old or 17 with a 19-year-old?
she's 17, 18 to me is still, I don't know. I think it's still fine. I don't.
Exactly. So now it's up to like a judge's discretion. A judge, he's a fucking, he or she is a fucking judge. They should have logic and reason behind their ruling.
Yeah, I think if you're in your 20s and you're still fucking, I mean, 20 to 17, that's a little, but I mean, it's still kind of something that is, I mean, it's feasible, but 20 to 16, that's just too old, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. Within 3 years of those high school years, sure, man, you've seen plenty of fucking, fucking seniors, hanging out.
Oh, we've seen super seniors.
Freshmen. Yeah. So I don't see that being a very big issue.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Well, that's our segment of butt talk for this for this shit show. We always kind of get there. We got there early today,
I mean, let's just knock it out. Let's get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, we got there quick. But I wanted to throw it to Whitey now and see if there's anything you'd like to add about buttholes, because he does like me to put it as part of the description.
Well, speaking of buttholes, I do have something to say about that. Chocolate starfish. What is it? Chocolate starfish and butthole flavored water. What the fuck is the thing?
Hot dog flavored water.
There you go. Anyway, so buttholes. Did you see the picture of fucking Fred Durst?
Hell lately? Yeah, man. He's old.
Yeah. He's got hair, though. Like, I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen him with hair.
He got like white hair, long white hair.
Yeah.
Isn't he bald?
No, he's got a full head of hair.
Yeah. People were saying it was a wig.
Yeah, dude, that guy was bald back in the day.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't think so, man. I think it's his actual hair. Like, he wasn't balding, I think. I think he just cut it real short all the time.
I think he always shaved it.
Yeah, plus he always had that cap on. So you never know.
Right now.
Yeah. But no, they're back to making music again, man. And it kind of like, they started doing I think that was a nostalgia for when we started listening to music, man. People are going to start listening to that shit again.
I'm looking at this dude's hair from back in the day, and his hairline is like back behind his ears.
It was atrocious.
It was pretty fucking bad, man.
So then it is a wig.
It's a wig. I'm looking at his fucking head right now.
I don't know. He always had the cap on. I couldn't tell. But yeah, the Limp Bizkit's kind of making a comeback there, man.
God damn. Why? What
do you mean, man? I'm one of the few people that's like, I don't give a shit. I was a Limp Bizkit fan.
You notice, like, Matt comes back into your life, and now Limp Bizkit's coming back into your life.
Wait, where's Matt? Matt, are you here? Matt!
He's like, hey, Whitey.
I've been here the whole time.
I gave him the link. I was hoping. He didn't show.
Tell him that there was going to be some bitches here, and maybe a purse for him to, like, dip out with.
That'd be cool if he just showed up, but yeah.
I should have told him there were 2 bitches and a double cheeseburger up for grabs.
And some French fries to feed to the fat bitches.
But yeah, I tried to get him on, but he's once again disappeared from Instagram.
What the fuck?
He disappears on a weekly basis.
Makes sense.
Covers his tracks pretty
baby
well.
mamas.
Yeah. Yeah, but Limp Bizkit's making a comeback, man. And I want you guys to stop acting like you weren't Limp Bizkit fans, because I think
was
everybody.
A fan.
Hell yeah, Potter. Now we can relate on something there. What was it about Limp Bizkit that you liked? Did you want to break stuff?
Yeah, that was one of the breakout ones. That one and a Nookie, and then I think I really liked the Significant Other sound CD.
No, he's asking if you wanted to break stuff.
Were you an angry child?
No, not really.
But did you guys hear about the Woodstock 99 documentary that they have out on HBO?
No,
I haven't.
Do you guys remember anything about Woodstock '99?
They like try to blame Limp Bizkit for inciting a riot or some shit like that?
Yeah, dude. So they like, I guess Woodstock, they brought it back in what was it, '94 for like fucking 20
Anniversary?
Yeah, like it was 25-year anniversary at that point, or
Yeah,
doing
something like that.
not 24th. That was like that would have been like 34-year anniversary, right? No, 25 years. Sorry, because original Woodstock was '69. Yeah,
It was a lot of years. Let's just cover the ground there. There were years involved.
So they in '94 they brought it back for like a 25-year anniversary, and it went well. You know, they had a lot of fucking bands that were played original Woodstock. I think one of the big bands there was Green Day. They were throwing mud at kids and stuff like that, and it was like kind of like a fun type of thing. But Woodstock '99 was a complete shit show, right? And so they had Metallica, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, I think it was like Exhibit, like, so a lot of angry music, And so in the Woodstock '99 documentary, they show like the angry white kids in the crowd, And one of the things they do very well on that documentary is they blame angry white kids for the demise of the whole festival. It was a 3-day festival. Instead of being out on a field, they move it to an Air Force base, an old Air Force base, right? And so what's on an old Air Force base but a bunch of what?
Concrete.
Like concrete. And what happens to concrete in the heat?
It burns.
Fucking hot. Burn.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think it was fucking crazy weather. And so, think about this. This is 1999, right? They're charging $4 for a bottle of water.
I remember that. They were charging something absurd for water, which was back then was like, what, 25 cents or some shit like that?
Yeah.
And like $4 or $5 for it.
And then, dude, the fucking the porta potties start fucking overflowing. And the kids thought they were rolling around in mud. They were rolling around in all-American shit.
Oh,
right?
Fuck.
So they're covering themselves in mud and they're eating the mud. And
someone got dysentery.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
For sure. But there was also a lot of fucking like molestation and shit. The girls were walking around with painted titties and fucking airbrush bikinis and stuff like that. But I mean, you see that at festivals all the time. Like Ozfest, Mayhem Festival. Whitey, when you go to the concerts with me and my brother, you'd see that shit all the time, right? Like it would be a field day. Whitey would go see some titties.
It'd just be flopping out everywhere.
But
but
back in '99, wouldn't that have been like more like it's barely starting to happen with like paint on bikinis and stuff?
Yeah,
to be fair, at some of those shows, you don't want to see those titties.
No, you don't. No. You wish we hadn't seen them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I call those negative titties because Whitey started counting all of them. Whitey started counting all of them. He goes, I see 1 titty, 2 titty, 3 titty. He's like the fucking count on Sesame Street, right? And and when we see a bad pair, we're like, that's -2 right there.
That fucking festival zeroed me out.
Yeah. But you see that at festivals all the time, right? But in the documentary, you see the promoter, he's blaming the women for being naked, right? He goes like, well, if they hadn't, been so provocative or whatever, that there wouldn't have been as much molestation. It's like, god damn.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty bad. But if you get a chance, you watch the documentary. It's a 3-day festival of fucking craziness, and on the 3rd day, they just fucking burn the whole place down. They and they blame Limp Bizkit for it, for inciting a riot. It's like, no, you're stupid. When you have, for festivals like that, you got to have a bunch of security, right? And it's hard to get security as it is. And so a lot of the security guards were sent to 1-day security training. And you know what they did? Once they got their laminates, they took the security shirt off and went into the crowd and enjoyed the show.
Fucking A. A free ticket.
Yeah, and they got paid for the whole weekend, fuck it. But at some point, MTV was getting so much shit from the fans that they thought they were going to get killed. And so, Viacom and MTV is telling the MTV crew, you need to leave now. At this point, we cannot guarantee your safety. You need to leave as soon as possible.
Fuck.
So, man, I don't even know. Were we that angry back then? In 99, were we fucking trying to kill MTV? Like, I know people hated like boy bands and fucking Britney Spears and shit like that.
We were what, in 8th grade?
But yeah, 8th grade, transitioning to 8th grade. But I mean, just the timeline, like fucking, end of the 90s, start of the new millennium. Were we that angry as a society?
I think maybe we just missed it for being that angry. I think we were just a couple of years too young. I think a lot of the people that probably went to that show were definitely in their mid-20s.
Yeah, my college age.
They would have the money and like the power, driving a car, buying a ticket, stuff like that to go to those shows versus us in 7th, 8th grade.
Right.
People were way earlier in the early 90s. Because remember, 9/11 happened and then everybody unified. You had
for a little bit.
You had the war, and then you had 9/11, and everybody pretty much was like, "Go America."
America.
Yeah. They had all those fucking songs.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
I hate that goddamn song.
You
know how many times
put his name at the top of the list.
Fucking A, I hate that goddamn song.
Check this out, man. Like, I'll tell a quick story. There was this. I was working at a school one time where there was pretty much nothing but Central American kids, right? I mean, there were maybe a few Mexicans, a handful of them, but it was probably about 80% Central American, 85%, right? And there was one white kid, literally one white kid, and he was not shy about the fact that he was white. And so he would go around wearing the Trump t-shirt.
Oh, wow. He took it that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He called all the Salvadoran kids, Guatemalan kids, oh, it's just because you're all a bunch of Mexicans. Like, right?
Oh, but wow.
I remember his horrible taste in music. He loved that fucking Toby Keith song. And then he he thought I was on his side for whatever reason. Right?
Did you pull him out of a jam once or twice, and that's why he thought like, Mr. O's got my back?
No, I did. I pretty much had to tell him in the nicest way, like, you need to shut up right now and come inside. But he started. It was so and I don't want to tell a kid, hey, go away, because he had no friends to begin with, and he started just kind of like coming by for lunch and for fucking. Before school and everything, like looking for me, like just because he had no friends, right? Mr. O, can you teach me how to play guitar and all this other stuff, right? Nice kid, right? But he didn't understand social norms. But anyway, his horrible taste in music, I remember he's like he liked that Toby Keith song, and then he was playing this fucking horrible, corny ass, I'm proud to be an American. Or at least I can be free. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, that's a terrible song, man. He goes, no, but listen to the lyrics. Proud to be an American. That's a great song. No, I'm like, I'm proud to be an American. I hate that fucking song. Like you've heard that song, right? You probably heard it, right?
Fuck, what do you think he's listening to in those fucking headphones right now? Shapiro's on the left and that song is on the right.
But that's a terrible song. Can we just agree to agree on that?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot worse songs. So.
Oh man.
I don't know if he's messing with us at this point.
I don't know either.
He's like, I've had better.
Potter, that was either comedic genius right now or you really like or don't mind that song.
I don't mind it.
I really think he doesn't mind it.
I wouldn't say I'm in love with it, but I don't fucking hate it.
So if the song comes on, you're just like, you're feeling it. You're like, yeah,
I'm gonna let this ride. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
I'm feeling the vibe.
You might even bump it a little tiny bit.
Dick's getting hard right now.
You jump on your horse and shit.
That Old Town Road.
Whitey, you as the most white looking one, you think that's a corny song, right?
I'm still not on the whole country bandwagon. I'm not boot scooting any boogies or any achy breaky any hearts.
Is that a country song? No, it kind of just feels like a folk song, you know, like a failed attempt at a second national anthem. Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds a country to me. Kind of country.
Wow. That's terrible, man.
The USA.
I'm just saying it almost sounded like a Stater Brothers. One of those old Stater Brothers commercials.
It kind of does. Yeah.
Like in the Heartland or something.
Mm-hmm. I used to think, yes, the Stater Brothers was like a country store. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It had that feeling.
And then I saw how many black kids and Hispanics were working there. I'm like, no, it's Stater, brother. El Stater, bro.
God.
Yeah, it's not so bad. But Potter, will you go to the next Slim Bizkit concert with me?
Maybe I'll find a way if I have to.
If you get him to cover that song, he'll fucking drive you.
You probably still listen to Kid Rock.
Rock.
I don't have any of his music, but
You wish you did.
Ball with the Ball and American Badass, mostly because it was on WWF.
Why you didn't like any of that stuff, did you?
No, not at all. I'm like totally lost in this part of the conversation.
Did you know that Kid Rock ran for senator of whatever state? He ran for the Senate.
That's fucking terrifying right there.
Yeah. And there were some dumbasses that thought, yeah, that's a great idea. He's talking the truth.
I mean, it's like when people like fucking Tito Ortiz get elected, you know?
Yeah. Did he get kicked out or did he quit that thing?
I think he quit just before he got kicked out.
Yeah. It's the whole I'm not fired, I quit type thing.
Oh man.
Well, like he's fucking retarded, you know, like he's not smart at all. You know what I'm saying? Like just because he was an okay fighter, I mean, and all of a sudden, you know, he's like, his thing is he always knew who to pander to, right?
Yeah.
Once he started getting all fucking, you know, right wing, I mean, I'm okay if you lean right, but don't fucking start acting like you're the poster boy all of a sudden, right? But once once you started doing the whole I hate immigrants thing, you know, like why do you carry the Mexican flag out there then? You know?
I mean, it's Huntington Beach, man. I mean, he was pandering to his constituents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That place is racist as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I'm not, I mean, how many rallies have you been to there, Potter, that in the last year?
Fucking zero, dude. Zero.
We're not able to make
fucking going.
You said the wrong thing. How many have you organized, Potter? Is what he meant.
None.
Hey, Isaac. White lives
Ever.
Matter, right? White lives matter rally, right, guys? Right.
Still hoping Kyle gets out.
How is Kyle doing?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about Kyle.
Did you lose his number? You guys don't text anymore?
He's on the mailing list.
We ain't that tight, dude.
But we're on top of the issue of Potter and race relations. Have things gotten better with other races than yourself, Potter?
You can't see this right now, guys, but he's holding up the OK sign.
It works again. I mean, how are things with you and the blacks, Potter?
I have no problem with anybody.
Are you? We asked this before recording, but are you standing with Simone Biles, or did she do something wrong?
I don't think she did anything wrong.
All right, okay. That gets you some points right there.
What do you think, Fabian?
I think she's a crybaby. No, I'm just kidding. A crybaby. I mean, if she can't perform, she can't perform. Is what it is. I don't want, somebody who's gonna on my team that's not gonna be able to perform. I have no idea, man. But you know what I do kind of have an issue with is a lot of people online that are complaining for the sake of it. It's like, first of all, you don't fucking watch gymnastics. Nobody watches gymnastics, right? and it's funny to see people with such a hard on for it, like, she's this and that. She gave up on the team and blah blah blah, and like she should have competed. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Does it really bother any of you or no?
I think the only part of the whole thing that bothers me, and I don't know what the politics are behind everything, but she's got a spot on a team or whatever. You got 12 spaces for a team or whatever. Like, somebody else could have taken that spot if she wasn't going to finish somebody else could have, really. You get paid for medals in that thing too. I mean, whatever the medals so somebody else could have made that money, or, I don't know, like, just, it's kind of a gray area for me. But yeah, I feel like she should be healthy if she needs to be healthy, and that's her decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agree. You got anything else?
Oh, I was trying to avoid the subject.
Oh.
Personally, like, for herself, for her own mental health, as personal, it takes courage to say enough is enough, and I'm sitting this one out, guys. It takes courage to do that at that level, why she did it, we'll never know. We're not inside her head. She could have gone out and said, you know what, I know I'm not going to perform my best out here. Let the substitute go in there and, do her best, because she probably has a better chance of scoring than I do. I don't fucking know, right? But on a personal level, like what she did, hell yeah, man. You got to take care of yourself. If you got to tap out, you got to tap out. On the team aspect, we take it one step above. It sucks, when your person can't go out there and you're counting on them.
It's like when we were a team and most of you got pinned and you let me down as your captain.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
but I didn't, because I pinned Rosemeat.
That was one time, Potter. To get over yourself.
The one time.
It's been 20 years.
The guy that did it.
There's one time, Potter. I gave you your props that day, but now you're taking advantage, and I don't really appreciate that.
It's been 20 years.
I'm sorry. Did you beat Rosemeat?
Yes, I did.
I did several times.
Oh,
like maybe once at practice
with their varsity guy, JV guy.
I always pin Nick.
Yeah, but I guess it's like that where Whitey would let me down after a vicious leg ride would flop to his back and get pinned.
It was a nice leg ride, Whitey.
It was a nice leg ride for when it lasted.
As long as it lasted. As long as those poor little legs could take you.
Or like when Potter's ankles would snap on him and he'd have to wear his ankle bracelets. Or braces, I mean. Why did you always wear ankle braces, Potter? Did you have weak ankles?
No, you always had like Scrooge McDuck feet.
Like
you
were like Forrest a while. Like I like bent it back pretty bad one time. I know one time I think I got stuck between the mats, and that fucking sucked. Just being extra safe.
You were like Forrest Gump. You had like robotic legs and shit. You had the ankle ankle braces, and did you have a knee brace too? I thought you had like a knee brace.
No, I just had knee pads. That was about it. Maybe Cole had a knee brace.
No, I had those big ass knee pads, man. They look like Michelin tires.
Yeah, those things are huge.
Yeah.
I was like, a motherfucker's hiding like some ninja dust in there to throw at someone's eyes and shit.
Yeah. I think he did that a couple times too. He became like Kabuki from fucking pro wrestling with throw green mist.
And we're back.
Why do
I'm just being real, man.
Whitey, weren't you going to call somebody out on the podcast?
Oh yeah. You guys need to be on time next time.
What the fuck? I was like 5 minutes late.
You guys have horrible planning. No,
I was here on time, motherfucker.
It's always like if we're gonna do a podcast or something, you guys wait till like the day of to start making plans. Like we're gonna do it tonight at 10.
You're here.
I can make time for you guys. I'll make time for you guys. See that?
Whitey's mad because you didn't show up to his birthday, and Potter, you showed up late, but you've at least fed him.
Yeah, a pretty kick-ass
delicious firewood pizza.
Those pizzas were pretty good, I must say.
What about the ribs?
Oh man, that was the best batch of ribs that he ever made. Well, I mean that I've ever had that he's made. But yeah, I've had quite a few racks of ribs that he's made, and that was definitely like cream of the crop there. Well, you saw me. I kept going back for seconds, thirds, fourths. It was just like, oh, nobody's showing up.
You didn't see it, Fabian? That's right. Oh, that's right. You left early. He ate the other half of those ribs over there.
The whole rack?
No, the other half.
Whole
and
rib
then
in his mouth and pulled out one bone, nice and clean. Like, whoa, Whitey, save that for the channel, dude. Save that for the OnlyFans.
Hell yeah.
See, Potter would be a good manager.
What do you mean? Trying to monetize? I mean, he's trying to monetize as much coin for you as you can get.
He's gonna turn that 0 in OnlyFans to a 1.
Look, you put a 1 and 2 zeros behind that, or we got no deal. Okay.
Wait, that would be like 10 fans then.
Oh my god, how much did you get me? I got you $1. Woo!
Have you guys? Do you guys think we're gonna go back into some sort of lockdown at any point with this whole Delta?
I feel like it's coming. Like I feel like they're setting up for it. I'm not going to be locked down anyway. We're essential workers.
God, I hope fucking not. Like I could just.
It's interesting because
having the shop closed.
We have an educator, an essential worker, a business owner, and then a student/nurse on here. So I think we are all kind of in different boats, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, shit, man. Right now, I tell you, I went back to work in person only 2 days a week, right? And it's not looking good, man. It's like, you know, nobody wants to go back. None of the kids really, you know. It looked like a ghost town.
That's fucked.
Must be nice. No.
How did you feel about being able to be back there in person?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't need an oxygen tank to walk around. I thought I would have, you know.
You don't think that some of these people are just saying that they don't want to go back because like it was nicer being at home?
Some people, yeah. I think for some kids, yes. I don't know, man. I just think a lot of them you gotta think too. You know, they don't come from the best circumstances, you know? And so if they get sick, it's a costly thing, you know? So maybe some of them do genuinely fear that they're going to get sick. I do think that there is a good majority, not majority, maybe half, you know, that probably just are going to be lazy about it and say like, it was a nice vacation, not doing shit, you know? You're talking about students? Is that what you're talking about, Whitey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of them did get comfortable, you know, staying at home. But I do think that a lot of them, too, just maybe their parents don't feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable.
Maybe they got grandparents at their house, too.
That, too. Yeah, but, I mean, Whitey, your world's not really going to change, right? You're just going to keep doing your thing.
Yeah. I think that some people are going to build COVID resentment. Like, towards other people who, like, you hear all these people with these stories or whatever that like, oh, I took all this time off and now I'm truly happy or whatever. I'm not doing what I'm doing now. And I'm like, I figured out that this is more important. And like, I'm like, there's a lot of people out there that didn't get that chance to do any of that stuff. And they're still stuck with the same wages. There's signing bonuses and stuff right now to get a job. The jobs are paying more than ever right now to hire people because people don't want to come back to work.
Yeah,
our businesses
they're getting paid a good deal to stay home.
As soon as COVID happened in our industry, panic buying started to happen, and people started to buying more and more stuff or whatever, and people weren't hiring more and more people. They were expecting the same amount of people to do like triple, maybe 4 times as much work in a dangerous environment, no matter what, especially when nobody knew what was going on. And I get it, we're essential workers, right? But it's like, what are we getting for it? I guess is the thing. Like,
well, let me ask.
It seems to be getting these benefits, and I don't think we're getting many benefits. I think we should get a pat on the back at some point.
Let me ask this real quick, because they were giving out benefits to parents, right? Those of you with children on the call, did you get those benefits or no? Did you get those payments? No.
Yeah, I got child. What was it called? Child payment. I got 300 or something like that.
You socialist son of a bitch!
I didn't fucking ask for it.
Did you give it back?
Fuck no. I give them enough of my tax money.
Oh man,
they fucking taxed the fucking living shit out of me, dude.
See, but do
fuck
you think
them. I'm gonna take the money.
But like, there's a lot of people that say like, maybe that's not fair, right? Just like when they were giving out the 1,200 to the stimulus checks, right? Like, there's some people saying like, hey, that's too much. We don't need it. It's not fair. But notice nobody gave it back, But to those people that say like, hey, that's not fair, the people are getting a bunch of money for kids. What do you say to that? I mean, do you think it's something that needs to continue? I mean, obviously you'd like it to continue, right?
I fuck, man. I don't know where to begin. I mean, I know there's some people that probably definitely need the help, but at the same time, I also know for a fact that places are hiring, for positions, and you should have no problem. You should be going to get a job, and they should fucking hire you. I mean, some places were paying people money just to come in and do an interview.
Oh.
Right? Did you hear about that? I think I just saw a video. Some people were, I think like Taco Bell or something like that, in one state did a drive-through interview. They interviewed you through the drive-through.
Can you imagine that fucked up interview? Hello, welcome to Taco Bell. Can I help you? Oh, Jess, in a review. Okay. What are your qualifications? Oh. Yeah, and while I'm at it, can I get a fucking Nachos Bel Grande?
The interview is just, they have 3 items there. It's like a cash register, a headset, and a mop. And they're like, which one of these do you recognize?
It's
Jesus.
There's a lot of intent.
It sucks.
I mean, I guess what I'm asking you, Potter, is I know you're a guy that you say, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but there needs to be less kind of like government interference with stuff like this, right? They need to be doing less as far as like giving checks and stimulus check and making money out of nowhere, right? But while you appreciate the money that you're getting for your child, right? Is that something that needs to continue, or I mean, is it something that they should cut off?
It's such a gray area because, like I said, I'm sure there's definitely some people out there that need it. Probably should be some sort of vetting procedure in place to show that you should get it. Even if it just like you fucking email a copy of like some sort of manager's signature that you went in for a job interview. Boom, you can get $300 for that month for your kid. Something like that. I don't know. You're putting me on the spot to be thinking about it, but was it just for California that's happening, or is that for the nation?
I don't know.
I feel like after Newsom got officially put on the recall ballot, all of a sudden he finds all this money and caring for all the communities.
I think I heard that they signed something for like, and I could be wrong here, for guaranteed income at some point for everybody, right? Or everybody under a certain under a certain, if they make a certain amount, like monthly, on a monthly basis or something like that.
I can't remember. I can't remember all the shit that gets thrown around. I don't think I get that much. I don't get that much free money. I think this child care thing is the only thing I've gotten.
It's not happening yet, but that's kind of like a proposal or something that they've signed.
Oh, then I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
What about you, Sos or Whitey? What do you got? Sos, because you got the kid.
I haven't really seen shit. I've had like one, maybe two checks show up on my door, but like I don't get anything consistent. That's it. It wasn't anything like crazy either, you know.
Yeah, besides the initial stimulus, I've failed on every fucking come up or whatever on this thing. Even with like the COVID shot, they started offering like $1 million lottery and shit. Like after I got the fucking vaccine, it's like all of a sudden they're offering like playoff tickets and shit.
And they're like, Whitey, and you don't have an opportunity.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm looking at the rules or whatever, and it's like, oh, you already got it. Sorry, we don't want you. I'm like, God damn it! Everybody's getting rewarded for doing that shit. Let's stay home from work. Get an extra $300 on our unemployment check.
Yeah, Potter, you mentioned how jobs are out there, right? And then there's like jobs that are creating bigger incentives too. Did you guys hear that Walmart will now pay for your college tuition and books to certain colleges that they partnered with? So any full-time or part-time student and who works at Walmart will get their shit paid for, apparently.
Wait, this almost sounds too good to be true, really. It's like any school they're partnered with, but it's Walmart University.
No, it's like some of the online ones.
No, I'm just saying, like there's a loophole there. There's got to. It just sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, I think it's
really doing that.
It's some of those online ones, I think. But I mean, I don't know, dude. I'd fucking take it if I were like a fucking 17, 18-year-old kid, you know? Go to college, make some money at Walmart, get all my shit paid for. No?
Yeah. No, I would, man. I mean, shit. It's like joining the military, you know? You're getting fucking free college. Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's only select colleges, but I mean, that's better than nothing, you know? I mean, and these are almost pretty much guaranteed that you get into these colleges.
Yeah, and do the credits transfer to the university eventually?
Yeah, they're accredited. You know?
It's a college. It's some sort of college.
It's like the ones that you see commercials for at 3 a.m. and shit. But remember that angry black guy? He'd be like, "What are you doing right now? Get off your couch and go to college, beach."
Oh man,
you don't remember those commercials? It made you feel so bad about yourself.
I don't remember that particular commercial.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh man,
I can't be the only one who saw that commercial.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That's great.
He's like, "What are you doing? It's not hard. It's easy." And then he gets all upset and leaves. And then he punches someone. Like it's the part they didn't show, man. But that, I mean, some people are really kind of dragging that through the mud, you know, saying that, oh, Walmart's, you know, they should pay their employees better. I'm like, but it's free fucking college, you know?
Yeah.
How can you argue that, you know?
Dude, when we live in a world where you're fucking like drowning in student debt and like that shit's not forgivable, even when you file for bankruptcy, your student loans aren't forgivable, which is fucking insane. You're punishing people that are trying to get ahead. And you're going to look down upon a company that's like offering free education. That's bananas. That's fucking insane. It's absurd.
I mean, I get people are going to question their motives and everything like that, but I mean, it's a business partnership. You know, I don't know what they get out of it, but you know, if you, the fucking employee, gets your shit paid for and you have no debt, I mean, to me, that sounds pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guaranteed employee for the next 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think it
Maybe
works
even
on all
longer,
levels.
depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it works on a lot of levels. You know, builds kind of like company loyalty at that point too, because you don't want to fuck up and lose your ride there. You know.
Yep.
Personally, I think colleges might be just a bit overrated, not for everybody, and extremely expensive. I don't see why it needs to be that expensive.
Yeah, we mentioned this on another shit show, man. I'm not the one who wanted to go to college. The society wanted me to do that. Y'all motherfuckers wanted me to do that.
No, that's why you said they should pay for it.
Master's degree just to do for like some shift at a Mickey D's, you know? That just sounds retarded.
You know how many fucking people I've had apply to be my staff member who have fucking two masters, teaching credentials, you know, but they're not worth shit a lot of the time. They can't, you know, they don't interview right. They fucking show up on Zoom. The guy's looking like they just fucking jerked off into a can, you know, with a dirty t-shirt and no gel in their hair, you know? Like, dude, go put on a fucking dress shirt, you know? Like, I don't give a shit that you were a professional student for 12 years and you have a fucking resume that lists all your goddamn, you know, school accomplishments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is overrated. Like, I mean, is it important? Yeah, I guess, but the shit that I actually learned in college doesn't really apply to me in any job I've ever fucking done. And I don't know. It's one topic that always frustrates the shit out of me.
I think it's just a device to help try to weed people out.
I mean, unless you're in there for something specific, you know, our resident nurse over here, you know, that was very specific, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
yeah, I could see that one, but I mean, just, you know, like if you read with some of like if you try looking up jobs, it just says master's degree or bachelor's degree. It doesn't say bachelor's of science needed. It doesn't say, you know, something for physics or engineering. It just says bachelor's degree. Like you could go after like the easiest fucking one and then go for it, and theoretically they could hire you for it because you got that degree, right?
Shit.
Yeah.
To join the army as an officer, you need a degree. Doesn't matter what degree, just a fucking degree.
There you go. See?
You know how many fucking dumbass officers there are in the military? A fucking shit ton.
Yeah, so talk about that a little bit, like, because they get less respect, right?
Yeah.
The ones that, yeah. Like, what's the dynamic there? How does that turn out? Like, or maybe like kind of give us an example of one that you've seen that just kind of came in all fucking like, hey, I'm an officer now.
You know, man, you get both extremes. You get the very humble ones, and you get the ones that, you know, they've never had any type of authority in their life, and this is the first time that someone is saying, hey, you're in charge of these 30 dudes. And what? They're like 22, 23, whatever. Fucking young kids that are like supposed to be in charge of like 30 dudes, and a guy that's about my age, like a 30-year-old fucking seasoned NCO that's been doing that for like 12, 15 years, and you're supposed to be his boss. You know, that shit don't fly. But a lot of them are, you know, you get a lot of good ones and you get a lot of shitty ones, just like everywhere. But you know, the military needs to meet their quota and their numbers, so they're gonna, you know, a lot of them are gonna slip through the cracks. That's just the way it is.
Proud to be an American.
Got it stuck in your head, didn't I, Whitey?
Oh man, I'm singing that all night.
I think you should sing that song and then have your wife sing "Oh Canada." Is she there? Can she sing "Oh Canada" for us?
Let me go call her.
Do you guys have like "Oh Canada" night?
Oh Canada night. Oh man, what would "Oh Canada night" consist of to you? I gotta
Like
hear this.
poutine.
Oh, we have poutine around here. There's no doubt there's poutine.
And then fucking
Canadian
ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips, yeah. All dressed chips.
And then you make your own jerky.
Some Canadian jerky. Some Canadian beer.
Maybe, yeah.
Potter made me chop wood the other day. I am
Oh,
becoming
yeah.
Canadian. What the hell? Eh?
Just start saying, there you go.
Potter,
Now-
I like that little pizza contraption you have, but that's too much fucking wood to chop.
I told Whitey to start cracking them in half. And what does he do? He starts splitting them smaller and smaller.
You did it wrong, Whitey.
I don't know, man.
You thought then this motherfucker thought he was just gonna eat.
I need some pieces about the size of your thumb. All right. And he whittled them down to about, half a chopstick, just about. It's like, so I just have to keep fucking feeding that thing. But there is I do have the.
Can you do wood
propane
pellets?
attachment.
Or can you do wood pellets?
I don't know if you could do wood pellets. It says you could also throw some charcoal in there.
No, charcoal wouldn't be good.
It just
Barbecue
takes longer because
pizza.
you got to get the charcoal hot and burning, and then once it like cools down, then or sets in, then you can start using it. Versus the wood, just burns, just go. But I
swear you can do wood pellets or wood
Maybe.
chips, like pre-chopped wood chips.
maybe. But I also have I haven't tried it yet though. I got the attachment so you can use propane. So
Yeah, here Whitey thought for his birthday celebration, he was just gonna get to eat, and Potter put him to work.
Earn your meal, sir.
He certainly made me earn the goddamn meal.
It's funny because it wasn't even Whitey's idea, but then I get there and there's a sad little sign that says "Happy Birthday" that he put up himself. And you know what happened? His friends didn't show.
They didn't
His friends-
show.
His
They
friends
do.
made him. His friends made him work,
Mm-hmm.
and we're bad friends. Except me because
I cleaned up
I
that
brought him
backyard
food.
for you guys.
I fucking cooked for him.
Was this for the wedding thing?
Technically,
Is
I
that what
baked.
that was?
except me, I'm a good friend because I brought him ribs already made. You're welcome, Whitey.
Thank you very much, Fabian.
Already made.
Best friend ever.
So you're throwing it out?
2021, previous years. Spotify, Stitcher, wherever podcasts are available.
Who's ready for their own spin-off?
I think you get a lot off of Isaac.
Oh man,
I really do. I think that's the sleeper right here. I think that one would be like the number one hit because people would want to see what else he has to say.
I think you should make it a call-in show though, like where you give out like
Ooh.
the number for a certain time or whatever, and like maybe have a couple people call in.
Like a Google phone number.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you can have people waiting in a waiting room, right? And then just like kind of like be like, oh, this is what's his name or whatever.
Oh yeah, we could just bring him onto Zoom and fucking put him in the waiting room till it's time to. Yeah, that was a good idea. You guys are fucking geniuses, Potter.
So,
We're spinning off.
sounds great, Fabian. Say when. When
Now,
Would you think you'd be able to argue with people like that though? You're kind of submissive.
I'm not a great arguing. I mean, I
Why not, Potter? You've been around us long enough, damn it.
You have been around for a while.
You know what you got to do? You got to practice talking over people. Be rude. Like get your shit in. Like just fucking hijack the conversation.
it's hard for me to get in there and,
Yeah,
like,
blah, 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 blah.
and try that stuff with fresh people. I'm very, very quiet and polite to people that I don't know. I don't try to step on any toes. Try to accommodate even my friends very much.
You know what happens when you step on toes, though? You can either apologize or you can just say, oh, yeah, sorry you were in my way.
True. He did say sorry. That counts for something. It's in the Geneva Convention.
It is in the Geneva Convention. I mean, you got to start stepping on toes, Potter. Big toes.
Oh God.
Wouldn't hurt to step on a few heads to get ahead. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Fuck you. Fuck you, sir.
What would it be?
You guys got me on here sounding worse than fucking Edward Norton in that fucking American History X.
Wait. Say again.
You guys are talking about me like I'm worse than fucking Edward Norton.
You just gave me a great idea for the art for the next episode. Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Oh fuck.
Holy shit. I could be Ethan Suplee, the friend that starts singing all racist and shit.
Let's not sing that song, but yes, I know which one you're talking about.
I mean,
I know the lyrics.
It is already the bald one.
He's harshing on your hairline, dude.
My hairline? I don't have a hairline anymore.
Oh,
gone.
Yeah, I mean, Whitey, you could probably be the guy that folds the underwear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or I don't know, you could be fucking Edward Furlong or something.
So I go from Don Cheadle to Edward Furlong.
That wasn't no Don Cheadle.
Wait, what? Wait, who are we talking about there? The American History X, the guy who helps fold the towels.
The folds the underwear. Yeah, it's not Don Cheadle. It's some other guy. I don't know his name.
I don't think he really became anything after that.
Mm.
No, he was like in a few other movies, but no
I
big
don't know what
roles.
the hell I'm thinking of then. But I know the story. Yeah, I remember the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I watched it though.
Damn.
Isaac just plays it on repeat. It's weird.
Well, it's because he cheers every time there's the head stomp.
He slow mos. He's like frame by frame.
He likes to hear the crunch. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watched that the first time though, did you feel bad for the guys getting stomped on? Because I didn't, because they were trying to fucking rob his house with guns, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
were they trying to rob his house or were they trying to break in his car? And
they were trying to steal his
car.
truck. They were trying to
Oh, there you
steal
go.
his-
There you go.
like they weren't in his house robbing him,
But they had
but
guns,
they were trying to steal his shit. Yeah.
right? Didn't they have guns or no? Am I wrong?
I don't remember.
I don't remember if they have a gun.
I feel like if they had guns, it would have led to a shootout, and that didn't happen. He did the curb stomp, so I'm gonna say no. They didn't have guns.
Why don't we just assume they had guns? So it's like, why don't we just
All
be
right.
like every other law enforcement officer?
I feared for my life.
Oh my God, he's coming right for us.
I don't know. He was wearing a hood. I
He was-
couldn't see it.
He was going to that rally that what's his name made? Potter. Bring your own sheet.
But would you say that's like one of your favorite movies ever? I think it's probably up there, right?
Not really. I've only seen it once, dude.
Potter, come on now.
Hand of God, I've only seen it once.
You're getting good at this lying shit, man.
No, it's not my favorite movie. If it'd be some of the Star Wars movies, that'd probably be more up there than anything. It'd be at the top of the list than anything else.
Wow. What do you think of Jar Jar Binks? I can turn anything against this conversation, Potter. Were you a fan of Jar Jar Binks?
I didn't think anything of him, and
Loved him.
Well, of course you did. No, yeah.
I think he was deliberately put in there so that way he could be manipulated to do what he did in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, now you're just getting nerdy, and I don't know what you mean.
Or no, it was Attack of the Clones actually. Palpatine made him give emergency power to the Chancellor to build a clone army.
You're right, Fabian. All I heard was poutine.
I don't know anything about that, Potter. I thought you were going to turn Jar Jar Binks into like this political figure, but that was a failed interaction there.
Yeah, I feel like
I think you're getting a little better at covering your ass.
Gee, thanks.
This is what the people listen for, Potter. They want to know.
Crashing and burning.
I feel like we need to get Potter a little angry, get that fire going. Go ahead, Fabian.
I'm done. No.
You gave up?
Yeah.
This horse has been beaten to death.
You need to pull teeth on that one tonight.
Another evening then.
Now Potter's getting a spin-off. Why do you want a spin-off?
I'll take a spin-off. Put me down for a spin-off or two.
What would your spin-off be about?
Boletas.
Completist. You're going to take that sound clip and do something with it, aren't you?
No, I think I kind of feel like you would do a bunch of conspiracy theories and shit.
I don't know. I like talking to people about conspiracy theories and stuff. I think a lot of people are nuts, and that it would be great to bullshit with them. Ghost stories, ghost stuff, conspiracy theories, UFOs, all that kind of shit is cool. I'll listen to some nut jobs. Let's do it.
I think Sosa's still building peace over there in India for us.
Hey, speaking of UFOs, we did see one of those. They had a green meteorite that me and my brother saw on the way to work one day. It looked like a fucking. We're just driving and we see like this stop. It was as green as a stoplight, like really bright like that. It just fucking. It appeared real quick and it shot down like a meteor would. So that's like once in a lifetime thing to see, like a green fireball. Good story. Wow. All right. You're gonna have to work on this one with the editing, man.
Yeah. All right. So we kind of we bullshit a lot. We don't always give a lot of wisdom on this show, but I wanted to really quickly turn it over to the shit show and have each member give a little bit of words of wisdom for all of you to kind of close you out. It could be the words of wisdom on any stupid shit that you want to throw out there.
I just want to say, oh, well, go ahead. I already interrupted your words of wisdom.
My words of wisdom, don't interrupt the host. But no, my words of wisdom is very simple. Invest in a bidet. Your ass will thank you. You don't have to fucking spend money on toilet paper. You just fucking wash your ass with that water. And it's been an amazing time this last year and a half with my bidet.
So
changed my world.
So you drip dry?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, and then use a little towel for the outside,
There you go. Okay. I was like, whoa, no toilet paper. That's
no toilet paper.
brave.
I'm not a fucking miscreant like you people. I don't put my hand in my ass.
Man, I got one of those too. And I gotta say, like every time I take a shit without my bidet, I feel like I'm just a barbarian.
Dude,
what am I doing? This is disgusting.
I had to buy a fucking portable bidet for work. I did not feel. I bought a portable bidet so I could shit in peace at work.
It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
Oh, fucking God.
What's wrong with that, Potter? It's a fucking...
Because when I've gone to Malaysia with Macy and her family, more than...
Well, let me stop you there. It's because y'all got to scoop fucking water in your ass with the little fucking paddle or whatever.
The three seashells.
Even at the fucking airports, dude. At the airports, like 80% of the stalls are... or it's not... If it's 80% of the stalls don't have toilet paper. And then like out of that 80%, it's like 50-50 chance. It's either the squatting toilet or a traditional toilet. And there's just like a hose that you just like spray down the backside of your ass. And everything is just fucking wet and disgusting. It's like, do you really need to shit that bad? It's like,
listen, Isaac is a proud American, or at least he knows he's free. But for us civilized folk, that bidet, oof, game changer, baby.
Hell yeah. And then guess what? You talk about the water hose. After I shit, my pants, my underwear are not wet, Potter, because I have the one that angles right to your butthole, right? You can adjust the pressure by how much you squeeze the bottle. And it's a good day, you know? Have a clean ass, clean floor, clean everything. That was the one thing about going back to work in person that I was not looking forward to, but I made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So my words of wisdom for everybody: invest in a bidet. Maybe get one for work too. You know, and if you can convince the people at work to put a bidet on the toilet for you at work, everybody will thank you. And then until they fuck it up and you have to buy a new one.
Fucking
I don't think you guys can beat those words of wisdom. Why'd he go?
Never let somebody sign your checks with a stamp.
Are you going to be broke, Whitey?
I don't want to talk about it. Hey, you guys got a little bit of money I can borrow? Maybe a couple thousand each might get me through the next couple days here.
I was going to be like, hey, Kill. Well, we can give him a couple bucks, and by a couple, I mean $2.
Oh, fuck.
I'll settle for like 2,000 full bags of aluminum cans.
They can make that happen. They can go stock all the bicep parties where they have fucking beer for days for the 1-year-olds.
That Bud Light stench is extra though, so you know.
Oh man,
the Bud Light stench cost a little extra.
Yeah. Potter, what are your words of wisdom? I'm really curious to hear.
Words of wisdom.
Potter's ponders.
Oh, his words of wisdom. Well, if you can't see their hands, you just assume that they're armed.
I feared for my life.
When in doubt, say that they were coming right at you.
Coming right for us.
Fuck, man. Like, I got nothing right now. Fucking horrible host.
You're not getting an argument from any of us.
You're killing yourself.
This has been another episode of Potter Ponders.
Live on Spotify, Google, Apple.
How about let's see? I'll give you.
Podcasts are available.
I'll give you some props then, Potter. You're a pretty successful husband. What about you give some advice to the husbands out there?
Happy wife, happy life. Just do whatever you can to make her life easier.
You should have asked him something better and like, I don't know, like, what do you hate about being a husband?
See, because Whitey's a newlywed, so you got to give Whitey his advice here.
Get out.
Right. Everything's in your name, right?
That's why he has a stamp.
Never go to sleep angry unless it's a payday.
Because then you're missing your wiener and you got tossed in the fucking bushes. You got bobatized. Does that conclude your words of wisdom there, Potter?
That concludes my word of wisdom right now. Yeah.
All right. So, Sosa Patel.
Oh, I'm still considering everybody that doesn't have a bidet a fucking savage, fucking barbarians. You need to get with the program, man. Live the high life.
Lots of butthole talk on this episode.
I mean, it's important. Your butthole's important. You know, it's
definitely
defining.
Is. Careful with hemorrhoids. They're a real thing. You know, they hurt. They itch. Go see your doctor.
Have any of you gentlemen experienced these hemorrhoids?
No, sir.
No.
I kind of feel like Sosa may have.
Hey, man, those MREs that I ate in the Army were not fucking good for you, all right? That's all I'm going to say.
You know, I still have an MRE from 2007 when we went to Georgia.
You should probably get rid of that.
I want to sell it to one of those YouTubers who eats it and throws up.
Or you should eat it and get hemorrhoids.
Yeah. So anybody wants some chicken vagina, we can YouTube it and Maybe make some
You could do it,
shit.
Whitey, and you'll make a ton of money.
And you'll get a ton of hemorrhoids.
Oh my gosh.
You'll use the paleta to help cool it off. Just
Yeah, we want to throw that reminder out there, people. You know, we talk about, deviant sex acts like the paleta completa. If you're engaging in those, please don't use dairy products.
Yeah, we all want to make a lot of coin, but it's not worth it.
The stench alone, and then the mold it leaves behind, like a good cheese, is not worth the coin.
Not to mention, if you're lactose intolerant, that's just another problem on top of a problem.
Yeah, because then you're absorbing it through the ass quicker, just like suppositories or whatever.
Yes.
So don't do it.
But if you do it, buy a bidet.
Yeah, buy a bidet, record it, send it to
what brand
Potter
of bidet do you got, Fabian? Maybe we could just plug that. And
what kind of bidet? I don't know. It was like a $30 bidet from Amazon.
There you go.
It did the trick. Nothing electric, just a quick fucking, a quick connection to the pipes.
Mhm.
And that's it. Why do you need to get a bidet? I'm not gonna shit at your house again until you get a bidet.
Again? You shit at my house? What happened in my house?
Everything, apparently.
Oh my god.
You'll find it eventually. Don't worry about it.
I believe that. What did you guys do?
All right, don't listen to us. We have no good advice for you. It's just another shit show, and we'll be back for probably episode 80, right? And then maybe we'll do it in person because Whitey has this idea that he wants to do taste tests, beer taste tests.
Let's taste it up.
Okay.
Yeah, just sit around and let Whitey get you drunk this time.
And this time we'll actually press record.
But anyway, for everybody listening at home, I appreciate it. Thank you. Fuck you and good night.
Subscribe to the Ignorance is Strength podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Like, follow, and share on Facebook and Instagram at Ignorance is Strength Podcast and on Twitter at The Ignorance Pod.